All right, this is the Mighty Z of Capital Chaos TV. We're hanging outside the Oakland Metro with Davey of Vanna. How's it going, Davey of Vanna?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I got to catch a little bit of your set because there was only a little bit of it.
A little bit tonight. The power went out while we were playing like 4 or 5 times, and we ended up playing one song with no power at the end of it, and kids, it was really cool because kids were singing along just to the drums, and there was nothing else going on, and kids sang the rest of the song, and it was really cool. And it would have been cool if the power came back on and then we would have played the whole set, but it didn't. We only played another like half of a song. But the kids here are really awesome and pretty passionate, and we'll be back, and hopefully we can make it up to them.
And regardless of whether the sound, the power goes in or out, you have time constraints, right?
Yeah, man, we have like 30 minutes a day to get on that stage, play our set, and get off. I mean, when you think about it, you drive for 9-10 hours, and you get into a club and all you got is half an hour to share. So when the power goes out and you only got about 7 minutes to share, it's kind of a bummer. So, but those 7 minutes were fun today, so I'm glad we got to have at least that here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're on tour with Every Time I Die, The Acacia Strain, No Bragging Rights, and 100th.
100th, yeah. I mean, we've been friends with No Bragging Rights and 100th for years and years now. Acacia Strain's from back home where we're from, and Every Time I Die, we got to know them a lot during Warped Tour this past summer, and they're really good friends, and we're just blessed that we could even get on this tour because all the bands on this tour are incredible.
You have a little bit more in common with Every Time I Die than, say, the Acacia Strain.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of come from the same place of like, punk rock and riffs and stuff, and we're like, kind of older guys like them. We're a little bit younger than them, but yeah, I feel like we kind of come from more like rock and roll, hardcore background. And it's good. I think us with them is a great mix. I mean, I know that they've influenced each individual member of my band since we were younger. So it's good to be on tour with people that you consider heroes and you look up to.
And at the moment, you have a new member in the group, right?
Yeah, we actually have 2 newer members. I mean, Joel's been in the band for over a year now. He's going on his 2nd year now. Eric's been in the band for almost a year. These dudes have done the most grueling touring that our band's ever done just in the year that they joined. Joel joined the band and he's been gone. We were gone for 10 months out of the year. Eric came on like another tour after that, so he's been gone like 8 months out of the year. So the dudes definitely got right in, buckled right down. This is the best 5 guys I could ask for in a band, you know what I mean? And writing and recording and live and hanging out in the van and doing stuff. We all hang out as friends again, so it feels good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. It's like a rebirth in a way.
Yeah, it really is, man. It's like a transformation for our band. It feels good. We can breathe, and everyone's, having fun and doing what they want, and they want to be here, which is the most important thing, so it's cool.
Can't beat that now. You have a new CD coming out in March?
Yeah, we have a new CD coming out March 19th. It's called The Few and the Far Between. We wrote the record while we were on the road all last year. We've been recording it in venues. Joel's, he has a degree in music, and he's a Mr. Recording guy, so he's been doing pre-pro, and we got into the studio with Jay from Defeater, guy who we've known for years, and recorded with him the whole month of December. And yeah, the record comes out in March, and we're really, really excited about it. I mean, I think you should always be excited about your new record, but I think more than anything, we're excited about this record more than any record we've ever done. So, yeah.
And this is number 4. Number 4.
Yeah, this is number 4. Fourth full length. This is my 3rd record with the band. Yeah, man, this is the one for us right here. I think that our last record, And They Came Bearing Bones, was great. I loved it. I still love that record so much. It's a milestone in my life. But I think this is just a banger, man. It's just a crazy fast banger of a record. It's 11 songs and 27 minutes long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty rad.
Yeah.
This is the one that's going to put you into more of a headliner status.
Yeah, we're actually going to be doing a headliner in September, October, November time. Yeah, this is the one that we just want to, if you had never listened to Vanna before, this is the one we want you to listen to. And then listen to this and go backwards, through time. But I think it's a more throwback to our roots and our older stuff anyways. And really excited. We're super excited. We're playing like 3 songs off the record live, and they're just going over so well. I think that doesn't even matter if kids don't know it. I just think they hear it, and you just can't help but get crazy, you know what I mean? So
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
awesome.
psyched.
Any special guests on the new album?
Yeah, we have no one that anyone like really like notable. I think that a lot of times bands, and this is not to say that this is not a good thing to do, but bands take a record and they try to get a who's who of like, look who we're friends with. We got this dude. And we're more of the fact that we just want to help our friends who are talented, like, work with us. We want to, jam with us. So there's a song called I Said I'm Fine that has my friend Ethan Harrison. He's in a band called Great American Ghost. They're just a Boston hardcore band. Coming up real hard right now in our scene. They're awesome. He's on a track. My friend Rachel, who she's in this band called Shiksa, just like an indie band at home. She's on a track singing. And actually the owner of our label, Mike Milford, who was in Scars of Tomorrow, the singer, he's on a track with us.
Oh, wow.
So the owner of our label is on one of our songs.
Wow. He's really committed then, eh?
I mean, he believes in us soul-heartedly, and he gave this band, new life in Artery Recordings, and, definitely, helped Vanna get where we are. And Mike's a vocalist, he's a band dude. He gets it, you know what I mean? And he used to be in Scars of Tomorrow. Yeah, and that band, I used to go see them play all the time. So I was like, Mike, there's a guest spot on the record. It's kind of from the point of view of a guy who's been there, done that, kind of older guy in the scene. And I was like, you're the guy. Let's do it. And so he did it, man. It sounds great. I love it. Yeah,
awesome.
It's cool.
Well, there's a star for you.
Yeah, dude. Right there. Mike Milford.
And who's producing this album? Is somebody new?
Jay Moss from Getaway Recordings. He's in the band Defeater. Plays guitar in Defeater. We did our Honest Hearts EP with him, and we went back to him for this full length. He's great, man. We've known him for years. I've known him since I was 15 years old, and he kills. He's done bands like Have Heart, Guns Up, Defeater, Verse. He's done like that whole hardcore world. He's got a really good take on things. But he's also done bands like State Radio and Foreign Tongues, like indie bands and stuff like that. That like he's just got a really good overall feel for everything. So, and he's just like one of the dudes. When we write and record with him, it's just like having another member of the band kick it with you. So, yeah.
So Warped, Mayhem, any of that in the cards?
No Warped this year. We're doing. We did Warped last year. It was awesome, and we were truly blessed to be able to do that. And we decided against it this year. It was a mutual thing, and next year we'll hopefully be doing Warped. But this year we're doing the European touring circuit, UK. Nice. We'll be over there doing all those festivals, Ghost Fest, and everything else over there with some amazing bands. Yeah. And then maybe an end of the summer tour, not sure yet. And then headliner after that in the fall. Yeah.
And Vanna White, right?
I wasn't in the band when they named the band. I'll tell you guys a little secret. For the last 4 years, every time an interviewer asks me where the name comes from, I just make something up on the spot.
Oh, good.
And make it sound interesting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for answering that for us.
That's the honest truth.
And now you got some things on the side yourself, right? You're a hairstylist.
Yeah, I barber when I'm home. I cut hair, cut all my buds' hair, and I cut on tour. I have my rig with me on tour, and I also I own a clothing company with some of my best friends at home. We hand print all the stuff ourselves, and I sell it on tour as well as online. So
that's the name of your clothing company.
It's called Bummer City Threads.
Right.
And just like stay busy and something I can put my time to and be productive on. And I like clothes. Clothes are cool, and kids like clothes. You gotta wear them. So.
Did you go to barber college when you were younger?
I apprenticed with a barber at home, and then whenever I'm not touring again, sometime in my life, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to barber school so I can apprentice and go to barber school and have both and cut hair.
And how's the best way to get a hold of you if somebody wants to come to your show and get a haircut?
A haircut? Message me on Facebook, I guess. That's what kids have been doing for a couple of years now, has been messaging me, and if there's a place to cut, I cut some kids' hair. I've done some haircuts by the light of the van lights.
Nice.
Yeah, we've done all sorts of stuff. Cut them in bathrooms, done all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, man, it's fun. Get to interact with kids at the show and stuff like that. So it's awesome.
That's awesome. And
yeah.
Finally, do you have any final messages for anybody that might be watching this?
In case the power doesn't go out, come to a Vanna show and come hang out with us, because I feel like kids sit behind their computers and they don't get out enough and live and be. So come to a show and have some fun. That's why we do this, you know what I mean? To connect, so.